Welcome to the Rare Moments in History YouTube channel. Photographs are more than just images. They're windows into the past, capturing stories, emotions and transformations that words alone often cannot convey. From everyday life to iconic milestones, the moments preserved in these rare photographs reveal how humanity has evolved over time. In today's video, we'll explore 35 extraordinary photos spanning the 1910s to the 1990s. These snapshots reveal a world that has grown, innovated and changed dramatically, from bustling city streets to quiet moments of family life. Stay tuned as we dive into these treasures from history. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to join us on our journey through history. In 1904, women perused perfumes and fine jewelry at Illum, a luxurious department store in Copenhagen, Denmark. The store's grand architecture and opulent displays reflected a time when shopping was an elegant pastime. Customers browsed the ornate counters, carefully considering their purchases while surrounded by the glow of gas lamps. In March 1926, George Spinney stood proudly with his bulldog at the Middlesex Hospital Open Championship Dog Show in London. The poised canine reflected the era's fascination with pedigree and discipline as dog shows became increasingly popular. A Victorian couple rides a tandem bicycle through the countryside in the 1890s. The shared seat and synchronized effort symbolized companionship and a love for outdoor adventures during a time when cycling was gaining popularity. An American baseball team took an unforgettable detour to visit the Great Sphinx in Cairo, Egypt, in February 1889. Standing in their uniforms, they struck a fascinating contrast to the ancient monument, blending modern sport with timeless history. In 1905, two women enjoyed a leisurely meal in the dining car of a London and North Western Railway train. The polished interiors and fine table settings illustrated the luxury of early 20th century train travel. Mrs. A.W. Barrett displayed an extraordinary catch in 1901, a massive 416-pound Black Sea bass on the shores of Santa Catalina Island, California. This incredible feat showcased the allure of fishing as both a sport and a spectacle. Around 1904, Raymond Schuyler posed with 4 of his children in Worcester, Massachusetts. Captured by William Bullard, this tender family moment preserved the warmth and resilience of everyday life. In 1927, a line of cars queued eagerly to enter the newly opened Holland Tunnel in New York City. This engineering marvel provided a vital connection between Manhattan and Jersey City, revolutionizing urban travel. In the 1930s, a woman became a walking library in London, carrying books to rent on the bustling streets. This innovative service catered to readers on the go, offering literature at arm's reach. Ingenious inventors adapted bicycles to ride on old railroad tracks in 1910. These modified contraptions provided a unique and practical solution for travel along unused rails. On April 25, 1930, children in London transformed a street into a cricket pitch, using a lamp post as the wicket. This spirited moment highlighted the creativity of youth and the universality of play. In 1896, young news vendors, known as newsgirls and newsboys, bravely hawked papers on the streets of New York. Their determined expressions reflected the grit of children working to support their families. Aboard the RMS Titanic in 1912, a man demonstrated his strength on a rowing machine in the ship's luxurious gym. This rare glimpse captured the indulgent amenities offered on the ill-fated voyage. Around 1886, children studied diligently in a Lower East Side schoolroom in New York City. Photographed by Jacob Riis, the image shed light on the challenging conditions of immigrant education. In 1899, Parisian workers paved a street with precision, creating the smooth roads that would define the city's modernization. This snapshot preserved the effort behind the elegant boulevards of Paris. In 1943, a young Polish boy carried loaves of bread made from Red Cross flour in an evacuation camp in Tehran, Iran. His determined face embodied resilience during World War II. In 1959, Italian children used pulleys to cross a river on their way to school. This inventive method highlighted the lengths families would go to ensure education. In 1965, workers at the EMI pressing plant in London listened intently to copies of Rubber Soul for quality control. This glimpse into production showcased the meticulous care behind music history. In 1957, a family enjoyed cool air piped into their car at a drive-in restaurant. This innovation offered a glimpse of the post-war boom in consumer comfort and convenience. A bustling street scene from New York City in 1900 captured the chaos and vibrancy of urban life at the turn of the century. Two students are deep in study in their dorm room, captured in the 1890s. The sparse furnishings, a simple desk, books and a lamp, reflect the academic dedication of the time, where focus was paramount and distractions minimal. In 1914, a smiling girl dressed in a kimono celebrated New Year's Day in Japan. Her serene expression and the intricacy of her traditional attire encapsulated the joy of the occasion and the enduring cultural pride. In 1973, a man charged his electric AMC Gremlin in Seattle, showcasing early advancements in electric vehicle technology. Decades ahead of its time, this moment hinted at a future where innovation and sustainability would converge. Two young sisters sold flags to raise money for Indian soldiers during World War I, sometime between 1914 and 1918. Their earnest expressions reflected the collective efforts to support the war from all corners of society. In 1954, housewives leaned over a backyard fence to chat while a young boy played nearby on Vorton Street. This simple, heartfelt moment captured the spirit of neighborly connection in mid-century life. In 1932, a woman sat with her pet cheetah at a cafe in the Bois de Boulogne, Paris. The unusual companionship turned heads and offered a glimpse into the lavish eccentricities of the interwar period. Around 1908, women toiled in a cotton mill in Lancashire, England. Their determined faces spoke of resilience, even as the relentless hum of machinery defined their days in the industrial era. High school students worked on cars in an auto shop class in the 1950s, preparing for careers in a rapidly modernizing world. The hands-on learning exemplified the era's focus on practical skills and industry. In 1910, a woman strolled through the Bois de Boulogne in Paris with her dog. The image captured the elegance and leisure that defined Parisian life during the Belle Époque. In August 1914, Cleveland, Ohio, unveiled the world's first electric traffic light. This innovation marked a turning point in urban planning, paving the way for safer and more organized streets. A group of friends enjoyed pie after a hunting trip in the 1910s, their horse donning a jaunty cap. This light-hearted moment highlighted the simple pleasures of rural life and camaraderie. In 1964, a teenage girl in Queens, New York City, had her hair straightened with a household iron. This snapshot of creativity and resourcefulness reflected the beauty rituals of the time. A cowboy rested beside his horse on a hill in Bonham, Texas, in June 1910. The rugged landscape and quiet companionship evoked the romance and solitude of the Old West. In 1961, residents of West Berlin lifted their children high above the Berlin Wall to show them to grandparents trapped on the East Berlin side. This poignant moment embodied the heartbreak and resilience of families divided by geopolitics. Ladies paused to look at the photographer in a park during the 1910s. Their elegant dresses and serene smiles captured a fleeting moment of grace and leisure in a world on the cusp of great change. As we reflect on these 35 rare photographs, it's clear that while the world has changed in countless ways, the human spirit remains timeless. Whether through the simple joy of a shared meal, the ingenuity of invention, or the bonds of family, these images remind us of the enduring beauty of everyday life. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Rare Moments in History channel for more fascinating glimpses into the past. Let us know in the comments which photograph resonated most with you, and don't hesitate to suggest topics for future videos. Until next time, keep discovering the rare and remarkable moments that history has to offer.